consumption-based society, right? Like the focus of our society is consuming. We have things that make consuming a lot easier. We have delivery, right, which can come right to our door when we're hungry and we want food. We don't have to go out, right? We have Netflix. So now, whereas before we used to be able to have to watch a certain episode of a show at like 7:30 on this day at this time and all that stuff, now we can binge watch as many episodes as we want. We are a consumer-focused society, right? It's beautiful being able to have those needs met. The problem, I think, that happens is that when we begin to consume more than we begin to create, right? When we begin to consume more than we begin to exercise the very things that we're consuming. And if you look at the word create, right? The word eat is in the word create, right? C-R-E-A-T. E-A-T. It's in there. And part of being able to create, being able to exercise, you have to have fuel, right? You have to have food. Like if I'm going to work out or if I'm going to have a day of heavy activity, at some point I have to eat something. I have to put something back in me, right? Put something back in my tank. So there's a reason why the word eat is in the word create, because that is a part of the creative process, is the consumption process. But what I would challenge you to do is, and what I'd say to you is that word is in between create. It's in the midst of creating, right? So when we consume and we don't create, that's where the problem lies. When we consume so much that we can never exercise the very things that we're consuming. And now we think about this physically, but this is also mentally. You know, we spend a lot of time, I know I do, and I have, spent a lot of time absorbing things that are, absorbing all this information on the internet, absorbing articles, just reading, you know what I'm saying? Just consuming information and not doing anything with it, right? Not creating something out of it. So our consumption is not just physical, it's mental, it's emotional. This is why there are people who just like, and in some ways I'm like this, who just love drama. There are those who just love drama. They want to know what's going on. They want to know about the gossip. They want to know about like, oh, what's this person doing? That is a overconsumption based mentality, right? When we're hunting for the next gossip, we're hunting for, let's see what happened with this celebrity or that celebrity, or there is a level of consumption, of overconsumption that our society exists. And I'm not saying don't look for gossip. I'm not saying don't find out what's happening in celebrities that you like's lives, but take that information, use that to live, right? And so when I look into like what's happening with Will Smith, he's one of my favorite rappers, for example, one of my favorite actors, just favorite beings in general. For me, when I'm looking into like him, when I'm reading an article, I'm listening to what he's saying, I'm looking at things that I can specifically apply to my own life, that I can take and make something out of. So that's what I challenge you to do, is as you're looking into different things and what's happening to the next celebrity, or you're looking to kind of eat some food for thought or food for your body, consider what you're going to create out of that, because eat is right in the middle of the very things that you have to create. This is spelled out for Rhetorical Artz, Wordplay Wisdom.